Okay. Hi, everyone. We are the Insightful. I'm Mayura Rane.
100.
I'm on Tavalu.
Yep. We're quickly going to go through the agenda. We will talk about the data set which we used, how we created it, the overview of the data, and then we have a few plots which we've created. And then we're going to go to the summary and quickly understand what these graphs told us and how they helped us. So we use the draw data library to create this data set. And I'm quickly going to show you how we did that. So firstly, we've installed the draw data library, and the draw scatter function helped us with the GUI. And herein we can just scribble the data and it can be saved. So there are four classes, A, B, C, D. And now for the A category, I'm just going to draw, and this is essentially the data for the category A. And we're going to go ahead and do it for all four. So this is B, this is C, and this is D. So we can see that all the four categories have different colors. And we can save this data as a CSV or JSON. In our case, we have saved it as a CSV file. And if you can see, this is the data. Going over the actual data. So this is what our data used to look like. So X and Y variables are numeric, and the Z category is the four classes, which is A, B, C, D. And overall, this is the size of our data set. So we have about 161 rows and 3 columns. Over to Bunhan for the basic statistics.
Here are some of our basic statistic, and then we can see we have 1,061 rows on X and Y and Z, and then our mean value for X is 304 and for Y is 291, and then we have a standard deviation of 214 for X and 142 for Y. And let's Monica speak talk about some graph that we will be going over.
So we have studied the data. So we have plotted like three graphs. One is the bar plot, the other is the box plot, and then we have one more, which is the scatter plot. The bar plot here is calculating the count of the X and Y values, and we have grouped it by with each category. Here you can clearly see the category C is the highest. In the stack bar chart, we have both the values as X and Y as highest in C category. For this particular graph, used the bar function. Going to the next slide. The box plot here we generally use to figure out if there's any outliers in our data. These points are always outside the whisker of the box plot, and it's quite easy for us to spot it. If we compare the values of X column by the categories, here we can't see any of the outliers. To plot this, we have used the box plot function. Going to the next slide. Here, when this box plot is for the Y column grouped by the X one, here if you see the category A and C clearly has some points which are outside of the whisker of the box plot, making them easy. It's very easy to spot them, and we can say that this is the outliers. With this box plot, we also get to know what is the spread of the data. Here it's quite easy to understand what will be the median of, say, category A. It'll be around like 450. So this is how we can use this plot. Going to the next, scatter plot will be explained by Munhan.
So
Over
we
to you.
use the scatter function, and we can find out that we have three cluster on our scatter plots. One's in when the x is two of them are when the x are 200, and then another 6. The another one will be that when the x is 600. And let's go back to our summary. So on the summary, we can see this is a fun and easy data. It's easy to create. The data was easy to create, and it's really fun to work with. And overall, with all the graph, we can see the scatter props help us to find there's clusters in our data, and then our box plots help us find there are outliers, and then our bar plots help us find their comparison in count of x and y very easily. And thank you all for watching.